As far as practice goes, we had this conversation on Saturday. Was irregardless of what we practice, it's a good idea to at least ask yourself, what are the we talk about 5 directions and different techniques, but ask yourself what speed am I practicing? Okay. Generally, we try to practice at 3 general speeds: a training speed or a learning speed, a demonstration speed, which is kind of the I look good, I feel good speed, right? And that's one that most people will practice organically, right? That speed. And then something a little bit more pressure tested than that would be the kind of like an application speed, right? And those are all 3 speeds are something that generally you're working when you're first learning and you're trying to memorize things. It's pretty much going to be at a learning speed, but most folks won't go that slow, right? They like to go to the feel good speed to try to memorize. So I'd ask you to occasionally think about your demonstration speed as kind of a litmus, for lack of a better word, and then cut it in half for training, and then triple it for application. All right. The video I put up of Sifu Chen doing the Tai Chi 108 on the website. If you haven't been to the website lately, I know some of y'all don't get notified because of the application process or things like that. Visit the website pretty regularly because I am loading stuff up there. So if you're interested in seeing some of those things, it's up there. And I put the entire 108 with Sifu Chen. That was the first form that he had us learn. And he does that form in that video at a very casual 20-minute, 25-minute speed, if I remember correctly. When we were required to learn it, it took twice that long. So you can watch him, and even though he's moving pretty slow, right, and pretty smooth, when he required us to learn it, you had to cut that in half. Because if he walked in and you finished that form in 20 minutes, you got chewed out, right? Because you didn't practice the way he was expecting you to. So ask yourself, what speed am I practicing? Remember your limitations if you have any on a certain day, and it won't matter what you work on then. Then you'll be able to add depth to your training. So with that being said, what we'll do tonight is a couple of things that we haven't done in a while. At least I haven't. Y'all may have done it at home. What we're going to do first is a couple exercises in stationary. So just make sure you got enough space around you that you don't smack each other. Okay. So what we'll do is first we're just going to warm up with a couple of heel kicks. Okay. And with that, you start by looking under the temple. Everything swings out. And it doesn't matter how high your kick is. It could just barely come off the ground if that's all you got. Or you can get a little higher if you want. And then let it come down and then go to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one of the things that we generally practice on that, a little detail, is try to put your toe in the center of your hand. Okay. Again, it doesn't matter how high you get it. Just try to get the toe to touch your hand. That way, if you notice the biomechanics, part of the beauty of that is then you can't cheat, get your leg up higher. Right? You don't lean back to get it up. You have to actually activate the core, particularly the hip flexors, lower abdominis, in order to get that leg up. Right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a right leg kick, double ear punch, left leg kick, double ear punch. And we're going to go back and forth, and we'll do 10 reps with that. So we're going to go 1, draw it back, double ear punch, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do these sitting down. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, good. All right, 10. Next one, grasping the bird's tail. So we're going to start. We'll pretty much just stay in the same place. Our intention will zig and zag, but the body's going to pretty much stay in the same little area. All right, so what we'll do is over to one side, alligator's mouth out, let it roll up, and come together. Drop the hands over the other way. 2. We'll do 20 of these. 3. And notice what speed we're doing. This is kind of the feel-good speed, warm-up speed. You could cut this in half or you could double it up. Up it down, pull it out. Good. Do a couple more to each side. Last one. Good. All right, good. Take a little breath. And good. Any questions so far? No? Okay, good. All right. What we're going to do, we'll do a golden rooster. We're going to do it with a little bit more of a bigger technique sort of version of it. So we're going to come forth, and when we come up, instead of in our normal here, which is fine if that's what you want to do, what I'd like to see you do is come all the way up and push up into here, and then lower it down, then go the other way. And down. I'm not really walking it. I'm just shifting from side to side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Everybody good with that? Notice your balance. Does it need work? Yep. Yep. Practice it then. Okay. All right. So from here, what I'd like for us to do is go into our post a little bit. If you don't mind, slide just this way a little bit, just a touch, Ryan. Good. So that they can see you and hear me, and then they can see us both. Okay. All right. So first, let's let the hands float. Everything settle down. A little synchronization. We're going to do 3 of those. Okay. So I want you to breathe up, let the hands rise up. And then as you exhale, let them come down. One more time. Good. Let everything settle in a little bit. Of course, we're going to be doing a cheater set this evening, a little micro set. For the most part, I'd like for you to just start, settle yourself down, bend the knees. I'm going to sync the body and the breath with the first exercise, which is where you breathe in and rock back toward the heels and exhale to the balls of your feet. Let's do 7 of those. Do one more. Then find your way back to the middle. Make sure your feet feel like they're evenly distributed across the earth. Your weight settles down by bending your knees a notch. Check your tailbone so that the pelvis is at least neutral. Definitely not spilling backwards. So you don't want that tailbone tucked too far under. We're going to do a little work from here. First, we'll focus on your right leg. And what I'd like for you to do is imagine as if your toes, your foot, like the talon of a hawk. And you're going to squeeze the earth with your toes. And as you do, let the whole leg up to your hip just kind of squeeze with it. Hold it. And then let it out easy. Do that 7 times on the right leg. Squeeze the toes, grab the earth, let the leg tighten up a little bit. Exhale, let it out. Go ahead and do the next 5 on your own. And I'll let you know when I'm finished. Very good. Now we're going to do the left side 7 times. Just remember, I'll lead you through the first one, okay? So I'd like for you to exhale, and as you exhale, squeeze the earth. Then breathe in, let it go. Very good. Let yourself return to a natural breath. Adjust your balance and posture if you need to. Make a quick scan. Let the hands rise all the way up to push the sky. Round out the back just a touch. Sit on the bar stool at the same time that you press in the sky. As you exhale this next time, allow the hands to float back down to the abdomen. Now let's spread them out to the side. There's two images that I use a lot during this exercise. One is to stand in the river as if I'm looking downstream and my feet sink into the silt of the river up to my ankles, and that I could feel a current wrapping around my legs, and occasionally the bubbling water touches the palm of my hand or my fingers. The other one that I remember just as vividly is when I would stand out into a hayfield and the hay had not quite gotten tall enough to be cut. You could feel it as the wind blows, touching your legs. You could smell it. You could see it literally as far as the horizon. You could see the butterflies, birds, and occasionally it would brush the palm of my hand. I can recall vividly that smell of the hay, and particularly after the first cut. Let your hands float into your lower abdomen. Settle yourself just a little. Check your balance. We're going to walk through the fire set. We're going to do the first two stanzas. We love the enthusiastic. All right. So let the hands float and settle down. Hold the baby on the right side. Step forward. And parting horses, man. Good. Y'all are watching right. Now, we're going to step up and mirror hand. Reach out a little bit and take your time and roll back. Let the left hand float and gently press. Wash the back of the hand. And good. From here, we hold the moon and we sit back. Check your spine and the top of your head here. Make sure that you feel upright. You're not broken in any way as far as the frame goes. Then turn that as a unit. Sit back on it. And then separate the clouds. We hold the baby. Step out. Mirror hand. And we roll the palms. And we sit back. Right hand floats, comes to the wrist. Exhale, pressing forward. Wash the back of your hand and bring it back. And smile and push. Good. From here, we sit back and we clear the table. Bring it all together. Don't rush it. Then we step out, look at the palm. It should be facing you till at the very end. And from here, we sit back. We empty the arms so they rise up, and we fan them over. Good. And you turn. And then exhale, crankles wings. Just take a breath here because we're never in a rush. From here, we'll let the hands return to neutral, level the heart, and the toe will rise. And we clear the table going the other way. Bring it up. Good. Step out. Shift the weight. And empty the arms. Let them rise. And down. And turn. Slicing down. Exhale. Open it up. Take 3 breaths. Good. From here, we turn to the front. Push the sky. Gather the clouds. Bring it together. Stand up tall. Good. Okay. How was that? All right. So now that would be more or less a reasonable learning speed. Okay. And it's always good to practice the learning speed when you're trying to memorize things so that you can have enough resolution of your mind so you can pay attention to the little anomalies or subtleties that you usually miss when you're going through the demonstration speed, okay, or the feel good speed. Are there any questions online?
Yes, sir.
Nope. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. So, oh, did I hear somebody? All right. So I'll let y'all know about when I'm getting ready to make that order for the sweatshirts and t-shirts and stuff like that. And try to keep your posting up. All of you all, I believe, have a prescription, so to speak, of what you're working on, right? If nothing else, if you're never sure on what you could be practicing on a certain day, just stand, work on your breath a little bit, work on your, work on just standing and getting your legs. If all you do is remember a posture and just stand there and practice and think about what you could be doing there and what energies you might be trying to have. Okay. And if you don't know what energies that you might have, there's 2 basic that you can add to anything. Okay. Expand and contract. Okay. You don't have to have technique, just the idea. Okay. What if I expanded in all directions? What if I was pulling in all directions? That's all you need. You can change everything with just those 2. Okay. All right. Well, y'all take care. Good to see you.